on this topic of, they don't call it a religion, but it is a religion.
Man, this is no disrespect. I'm getting tired of watching a movie, and I'm thinking this is about to be a good movie. And then when I turn that mother sucker on, just right when it's starting to get good, I see a gay scene in there. It's like, dog, my kid's right here. You know what I'm saying? See,
facts.
Hollywood need to do a thing where it need to be rated something. Like, you got your rated R, you got your rated PG. You know what I'm saying? They need to have something that is rated LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? That way we can know that that's in there so we can avoid that. Like I said, this is no hate towards the rainbow community. You know what I'm saying? This is no hate. But we do have kids that we don't want to be raised like that. So it's kind of hard when we watching a movie and we don't know that that's in the movie, and then it's in the movie and our kids are seeing that, now they're confused. Because what we teach in our household. But see, we don't know because we just watching the movie. So they need to have ratings. Like the movie can be rated R, LGBTQ, and it can have that in it. Or it can be rated PG and have the label under the LGBTQ. That way we can know to avoid this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is no hate to the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's the same. It's the same concept, right? It's literally what they're arguing against, putting the 10 Commandments in schools, right? It's the same exact. They don't call it a religion, but it's a religion. And so when one narrative is getting pushed, you should be suspect as to why that is happening. And that kind of segues into, I was going to pull it up earlier. I'm trying to find the quote from the founder of the World Health Organization. Where did I put that?
For the record, I thought, I think I appreciate the gentleman's post, just on a base level, because he's right. He's spot on, which, guys, as entrepreneurs, I think one of the beautiful things about the world we live in and social media, if you have eyes to see, is like there's so many opportunities out there. Like, he actually just gave people that probably shouldn't have an opportunity an incredible marketing strategy and positioning strategy. And depending on what you try to do, it could be an opportunity for another platform or product, just by way of listening to the problems and things that people deal with and have to, handle. So,
yeah, Sirach, real quick, I just dropped it into the show notes there on this same topic, but there's a Facebook post I wanted to share. And it's actually a quote from the very first Director General of the World Health Organization. To achieve world government, it is necessary to remove from the minds of men their individualism, loyalty to family traditions, national patriotism, and religious dogmas.
Sounds Marxist to me.
Sounds very Marxist to me. And you just look at everything that's happened around us with this, we'll call it anti-Christian mentality, very pro-religion of LGBTQ, which is supreme importance on self, gender, sexuality, as if that's like the most important thing about somebody.
Well, it's removing constraints and authority. That's what it's removing too. Like, that whole LGBTQ, it's removing constraint, it's removing authority, it's removing boundary. And boundary, constraints, and authority have different shapes and forms, whether it be other people in your life, like said parents, like a father, a man. It's like an employer, an entrepreneur, so it's just funny. That's an interesting quote. I'm sure that's not from the last 5 years, right? And that's a long time ago.
Right.
So I don't know when the WHO was formed, but actually, when was, let's use the internet, folks. 1948. Okay.
Yeah, coming off post World War II.
Yeah. 1948. How can we make this not happen again?
Right.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well.
Cool. Well, last one. This one you put in here, so you.
Yeah, this last one. I think, just being candid, guys, I don't want to go through 26 of these different things, but the gentleman pointed out how when you are making good money, you should invest in your health. And without it, you are nothing. He says the first thing you should invest in is blood testing. I'll just cover a couple of them. He says blood testing. He then goes on to say you can't have optimal health without knowing what to optimize. Blood testing is crucial to this. Red color light bulbs were one of them. I'm just going to go through the list of the things. Red color light bulbs, air purifiers, your nutrition, of course. He says, improve your water game. And then high quality cacao. It's an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. Blue light blockers. He says a sauna is something to invest in. Light therapy control. I don't know what that is. It says a laptop and monitor stand so that you can actually get your laptop up to eye level, improve your posture. That's a very simple one, which is actually, it comes highly recommended by a lot of chiropractors I know. Flux is an app that can actually alter the display of your computer at night that controls blue light exposure. Sleep cycle. I don't know exactly if he's referring to an app or just you're improving your sleep cycle. He then says, upgrade your wardrobe game. Indoor plants, they're good for your mood, lessen anxiety, increase focus, and deep tissue massage, acupuncture, cupping, health books, wired headphones.
Right. I can't take it anymore. So this is I think the first problem I have.
But
with
the point,
statement,
right?
Yeah, the first problem I have those things to do when you make good money, right? So the first problem with this is I will take care of my health when I make good money. Therefore, I will sacrifice my health in order to make good money. Then I'll go do these things. And I think it was Gandhi who said, what's the most interesting thing about mankind? And it's that he will sacrifice his health in order to make money, then sacrifice his money in order to get back his health. And so let's master
got some bars. Let's go.
He does got bars. Let's master the basics, guys, right? Obviously, sleep, hydration, daily exercise, not cardiovascular exercise, but hypertrophy and muscle building, right? So let's focus on building muscle tissue. And then let's eat nutrition that supports that, i.e. prioritize protein intake. So owning a training facility, having a master's in sports nutrition, being around a lot of people who are metabolically in terrible shape. The number one problem you see is not actually overeating. It's being under muscled and under eating. And more specifically, most people don't eat enough protein. And so if you do these things that support muscle growth, your metabolism is 70% made up your basal metabolic rate. So if you focus on building muscle tissue, then as a byproduct, you will be healthier. You will be leaner, right? People who have more muscle mass, they burn more calories at rest, right? And so the number one needle that moves your health is actually being less fat and having more muscle tissue. It's also proven that if you have more muscle tissue, you have a 90% higher likelihood to fight chronic disease, cancer, et cetera, because you can withstand any kind of treatment. And so master the basics, guys. Sleep well, hydrate, remove processed foods, try to eat more whole foods, prioritize lifting weights, building muscle tissue, and eat more protein. That's it. And all this other stuff can be optimal. But if you're not even doing that stuff, like nobody cares that you're at a stand-up desk. Nobody cares that you're taking ashwagandha. Nobody cares that you're doing light therapy, because the biggest mover, the biggest needle that you can move is increasing your metabolism by way of building more muscle tissue. You build muscle when you sleep, you build muscle when you are hydrating, you build muscle when you're fed, you're supplying your body with enough protein. Beyond that, then you can start looking at your micronutrients, vitamin D, vitamin K, DHEA, fish oil, B vitamins. What else? You can throw in some anti-inflammatories like BPC 157, et cetera. But again, if you can't even do the other stuff, that doesn't even matter. That's like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
So that's my rant.
Well, guys, that's exactly why I picked this, because I knew he would actually trounce that and give us what we actually need to hear or to consider at greater length than that, because I posted quite a bit. Like blood test, he leads off with blood testing, right? But anyways,
don't get me wrong. I'm going to add to that. Blood testing is great. Don't get me wrong. But I can tell you without even looking at your bloods that you're not eating enough protein. You don't have enough muscle tissue. You're not prioritizing sleep. You're not drinking enough water, and you're not doing basic things that we know improve your health. So don't wait until you have money to do that. You can do that literally right after you listen to this podcast.
Yeah, dude. As I said, I did that so you would purposely actually recenter us. So that was strategic on my end, guys.
if you can't tell, it pisses me off because
Yeah.
he's trying to sell you something when the truth of it all is nobody wants to hear it. It's just do the basic fundamental stuff.
Things. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. What did you say? What did you say? What did we were talking that quote recently. It looks like hard work is dressed in overalls. I forgot what we were talking about.
Everybody, it's dressed in everybody wants to do it until it looks like hard work and it's dressed in overalls, right?
Yeah.
Or it's dressed in overalls and looks like hard work.
Yeah, there we go.